You know that dream where you open your pantry and it's like stepping into a time capsule of deliciousness? No? Just me? Well, today we're talking about foods that practically laugh in the face of expiration dates, powdered foods. That's right, these shelf-stable superheroes are like the culinary equivalent of a bunker, ready to keep you fed and happy for years to come. We're not just talking about surviving, though. Oh no, we're talking about with 6 powdered powerhouses that'll have you prepped for anything, from unexpected emergencies to those oops, forgot to go grocery shopping moments. So buckle up, buttercups, and get ready to discover the magic of powdered provisions. We're diving deep into why these foods last longer than your average fruit fly, and how to use them for culinary creations that'll make you the envy of the neighborhood. First up, let's talk about the granddaddy of them all, powdered milk. This ain't your grandma's powdered milk though, folks, unless your grandma was a culinary genius who knew the secrets of long-lasting deliciousness. We're talking about a pantry staple that's been around since the dawn of time, or at least since the 1800s, and for good reason. This stuff lasts longer than a fruitcake at a holiday party. Think 20 to 30 years if you treat it right. Now, you might be wondering, how in the world does powdered milk pull off this longevity magic trick? Well, picture this. You take regular milk, fresh from the farm, and gently whisk away all that excess moisture. It's like sending the milk on a tropical vacation, minus the sunburn and questionable cocktails. Without all that water hanging around, bacteria and mold don't stand a chance. It's like taking away their swimming pool and replacing it with a desert. But here's the real beauty of powdered milk. It's not just for emergencies. Oh no, this versatile wonder can be used in everything from creamy sauces and soups to fluffy pancakes and even your morning coffee. And the best part? It's cheaper than a weekend trip to your in-laws. Buy it in bulk, store it properly, think airtight containers in a cool, dark place. And you'll be laughing all the way to the bank while everyone else is crying over their spoiled milk. Pro tip: want to take your powdered milk game to the next level? Vacuum seal it or use those fancy Mylar bags with oxygen absorbers. Trust me, your great-grandchildren will thank you. All right, folks, let's talk about protein powder. Now, before you click away thinking this is just for muscle-bound gym enthusiasts, hear me out. Protein powder, my friends, is like the Swiss Army knife of the pantry. It's packed with nutrients, lasts longer than your last relationship, and can be used in more ways than you can shake a blender bottle at. We're talking whey, soy, pea, hemp, rice, you name it, there's a protein powder out there with your name on it. And the shelf life? We're talking 10 to 15 years for a quality powder stored in a cool, dry place. That's longer than most people keep their cars. Now, I know what you're thinking. Alton, I'm not trying to win any bodybuilding competitions anytime soon. And that's perfectly okay. Protein powder isn't just about building biceps the size of cantaloupes. Think of it as a secret weapon for boosting the protein content of soups, stews, pancakes, even desserts. That's right, you can sneak in some extra nutrition without sacrificing flavor. It's like culinary camouflage. And for all you plant-based eaters out there, fear not. Vegan protein powders are here to save the day. Pea protein, rice protein, hemp protein. The options are endless. So whether you're prepping for the apocalypse or just trying to eat a little healthier, protein powder is your new best friend. Let's be honest, folks. Most of us can't even function before our first cup of coffee. But what happens when the unexpected strikes, and you're faced with a caffeine crisis of epic proportions? Fear not, my caffeinated comrades, because freeze-dried coffee is here to save the day. Now, I'm not talking about that instant coffee that tastes like burnt tires and regret. Freeze-dried coffee is a whole different beast. It's like the difference between a finely aged wine and, well, let's just say you wouldn't use it to cook with. See, freeze-drying is like cryogenics for coffee. It gently removes all the moisture, preserving the flavor and aroma in a state of suspended animation. And the best part? It can last practically forever if you store it right. That's right, I said forever. Okay, maybe not literally forever, but we're talking decades upon decades. Just keep it in an airtight container, away from light, heat, and moisture, and you'll be sipping on a delicious cup of joe long after your grandchildren have forgotten your name. And let's not forget about the convenience factor. No need for fancy coffee makers or complicated brewing rituals. Just add hot water, stir, and boom. You've got yourself a cup of coffee that would make even the pickiest barista jealous. So, whether you're a casual coffee drinker or a full-blown caffeine addict, freeze-dried coffee is a must-have for any well-stocked pantry. Trust me, you'll thank me later. Chapter 4. Instant Yeast. Rise to the occasion with this pantry essential. All right, bread lovers, this one's for you. We're talking about instant yeast, the tiny but mighty ingredient that can turn a simple bag of flour into a culinary masterpiece. Now, I know what you're thinking, Alton, yeast? Really? That's not exactly the most exciting topic. But hold on a minute, because instant yeast is like the unsung hero of the pantry. It's always there for you, ready to work its magic at a moment's notice. And the best part? This stuff lasts longer than your average reality TV marriage. Seriously, store it properly in the freezer, and you're talking decades of viability. That's right, decades. So, even if the world goes topsy-turvy, you'll be able to whip up a fresh loaf of bread like it's no big deal. But instant yeast isn't just for bread, folks. Oh no, this versatile little fungus can be used for everything from pizza dough to cinnamon rolls to those delicious fluffy donuts that make you want to slap your mama. But please don't actually slap your mama. And unlike that high-maintenance active dry yeast, instant yeast doesn't need any special treatment. No proofing, no warming, just toss it in with your dry ingredients and you're good to go. So, next time you're at the store, stock up on instant yeast. It's cheap, it's cheerful, and it might just save your sanity when the going gets tough. Chapter 5. Dehydrated Eggs. Cracking the Code of Long-Lasting Protein. All right, folks, I know what you're thinking. Dehydrated eggs? That sounds about as appetizing as a mouthful of sawdust. But hold on a minute, because dehydrated eggs are like the Clark Kent of the food world, mild-mannered on the outside, but hiding a secret superpower within. We're talking about a protein powerhouse that can last for upwards of 15 to 20 years if you store it right. That's longer than most Hollywood marriages. And while they might not be winning any beauty contests, dehydrated eggs more than make up for it in practicality and versatility. Think about it. No more worrying about eggs going bad in the fridge. No more scrambling to use up that last carton before it's too late. With dehydrated eggs, you've got instant breakfast, lunch, or dinner at your fingertips. Just add water and you can whip up fluffy scrambled eggs, savory omelets, or even a decadent quiche. And don't even get me started on baking. Dehydrated eggs add richness and moisture to cakes, cookies, and everything in between. Now, I'll admit dehydrated eggs have gotten a bit of a bad rap in the past. But trust me, technology has come a long way, baby. These days, you can find dehydrated eggs that taste just as good as the real deal, if not better. Don't tell the chickens. So, whether you're a prepper, a camper, or just someone who likes to be prepared for anything, dehydrated eggs are a pantry staple you don't want to be without. Chapter 6. Powdered Honey Liquid Gold in a Convenient Package. Hold on to your hats, folks, because I'm about to blow your mind with this one powdered honey. That's right, you heard me correctly, the nectar of the gods, now available in a convenient shelf-stable powder form. Now I know what you're thinking. Alton, honey already lasts forever. Why in the world do we need powdered honey? Well, my friends, let me count the ways. First of all, powdered honey is a game changer for baking. It blends seamlessly into doughs and batters, adding a touch of sweetness and complexity without all that sticky mess. Say goodbye to honey-coated measuring cups and hello to baking bliss. Second, powdered honey is a traveler's best friend. It's lightweight, compact, and won't make a sticky mess in your backpack. Perfect for sweetening up your morning oatmeal or adding a touch of flavor to your trail mix. And last but not least, powdered honey is a lifesaver for those of us who are constantly spilling things. Let's be honest, we've all been there. But with powdered honey, you can kiss those sticky fingers goodbye. Now, you might be wondering how they turn liquid gold into a magical powder. Well, it's actually a pretty simple process. They take regular honey and combine it with a little bit of maltodextrin, which is just a fancy word for a type of starch. This helps to absorb moisture and prevent clumping. And the best part? Powdered honey lasts just as long as regular honey, which is practically forever. So, stock up your pantry, folks, and get ready to experience the sweet, sweet convenience of powdered honey. The future is powdered. Embrace the convenience and longevity. Well, there you have it, folks. 6 powdered foods that'll outlast your last relationship, hopefully. We've covered the classics like powdered milk and instant yeast, explored the unexpected wonders of dehydrated eggs and powdered honey, and even delved into the world of long-lasting coffee satisfaction with freeze-dried goodness. Remember, stocking up on these pantry powerhouses isn't just about prepping for the apocalypse, although it couldn't hurt. It's about embracing convenience, reducing food waste, and ensuring you've always got a delicious and nutritious meal just a few steps away. So, Go forth, my culinary comrades, and embrace the power of powder. And don't forget to experiment, get creative, and most importantly, have fun in the kitchen. Until next time, stay curious, stay hungry, and keep those pantries stocked.